Well, welcome back to Oroco Resource, a pure play to one of the largest multi-billion dollar copper assets in Mexico during this kind of new precious metal commodity renaissance. Trading on the TSX-V under OCO and the OTC under ORRCF. We're privileged to be joined, as always, by Ian Graham, the president. First and foremost, welcome back, sir.
Hi, Kyle. Thanks for having me back.
Pleasure to get you back on. And I want to kind of break down the recent news, kind of what we can expect here moving forward. But maybe let's start a little bit simpler. You were just in Mexico yet again at a mining forum panel. You got a few more of these coming up. Maybe tell us what you guys are doing, kind of boots on the ground right now.
Certainly. So, yes, it was good to be in Mexico City this past week. There's definitely an upbeat sense in the sector. Projects moving forward, some consolidation among companies, and just a general upbeat attitude, meeting with suppliers, and a strong presence by the industry and the sector while we were there. So very good, and obviously with an eye to the future. Our partner Donabaldo Treviso was in Mexico City with us. Chairman Craig DL was down there early in the week with us as well. So just really structuring and discussions focused on an exciting future.
Yeah, and kind of speaking to a bit of the past still, the company recently received a positive resolution from the Mexico Environmental Ministry. I want to talk about how this kind of impacts the project timeline. What are the next steps, kind of the permitting process? I know there's a lot of attention around this coming into the fall, but maybe give us a scope of that news.
Yes, so essentially it's approval for a series of requests we've made in the past to permit our PFS. And so we had a consolidated document permitting for a large number of drill sites, significantly more than we'll likely need or use in the process of the pre-feasibility study. And we've now been granted permission to proceed. So we're permitted for all the next phases of exploration, and that begins to tee us up for the process of further permitting once the PFS is in process.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate the insight there. And I wouldn't mind talking broader to the space. We all know copper right now is still an incredibly hot commodity. There's a lot of speculation on the future prices, considering the supply constraints that are still coming down the road. Announced on August 13th, whereby Mitsubishi will acquire 30% interest in Hudbay's Copper World project in Arizona for a sizable 600 million US, structured at what US 420 million at closing for 30% equity interest and 180 million as a matching contribution with 18 months of closing. I mean, that was a massive deal exemplifying interest in the space. Do you have any thoughts around that?
Absolutely. We certainly noticed it. As you're aware, we mentioned that in a news release. So yeah, very gratifying event. Congratulations to the parties to that transaction. We think that is inspired from both sides, and certainly, it's in terms of long run economics, etc., Copper World, whilst there are some distinct differences between our project and theirs, is generically comparable. And we think that the transaction with Mitsubishi indicates that there is value in projects like Copper World and Santo Tomas. So we were thrilled to see the transaction. And we anticipate more of that, albeit in its own time in the future.
No, absolutely. And I definitely appreciate all the insight today. As always, we'll pass it off to the viewer. I'm going to leave all the links in the description below for those that want to further explore Oroco, the asset, the value that this company currently holds that we believe is under-recognized in this current market environment. And consider subscribing for news catalysts that come down the wire. Of course, we'll bring it to you here. But on that, as always, we look forward to catching you in the next one.